This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae Rae.
And this is our house.
I'm Jordy Cunningham. You're probably wondering where Rae and Breezy are. They are right here. My name is Jordy Cunningham. I'm the host of The King's Den, but I am starting episode 41 of the House of Hockey here because I have been selected to be the host and producer of the House of Hockey Bachelorette here on episode 41 of the Hockey Podcast of the House of Hockey for the Hockey Podcast Network. So they're both huge hockey fans. They wanted, they had this great idea to do this Bachelorette type show. So we're going to try to do it here on the House of Hockey. They gave me all the lists. They gave me their players. And again, this is all fake. This is all made up. Like, these players are actually like in relationships in real life. This is all fake. This is all made up. This is just for fun, a fun little Christmas thing. So both Rae and Breezy have chosen 10 players to choose from. We'll go through questions and twists, and then they will eliminate each other's players as far as I have it. That's what I kind of got from the rules, but we will figure it out as we go on here. Both of them get one save during the season. If someone gets eliminated, they can save them. When we get down to the final two, the woman will then select for themselves an NHL player that they get to give their final rose to. So before we get into it, I will get into the players. So by the way, first of all, I'll welcome you guys first because it is your show, your episode. So Rae, Breezy.
We've decided, and producer
Yes.
Jordy, if this is okay with you, we're gonna eliminate our own instead of eliminating each other's to keep everything easy for your sake as a host and
Sounds good.
producer.
Sounds good. So let's get into it. I have the list of players here. We'll go through Rae's players first. She has Leon Draisaitl, Riley O'Reilly, David Pastrnak, Adam Bofquist, Taylor Lear, Luke Glendening, Ryan Reeves, Craig Smith, Alexander Kerfoot, and Tom Wilson. And Breezy has Mark Scheifele, Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Ski, Seth Jones, Nathan McKinnon, Jamie Alexiak, Matt Martin, Jacob Krenchen, I think that's correct, Krenchen, Kale Jornberg, I probably got that wrong as well, but it's all good, and Kevin Hayes. So I guess we should just get into it right away here. I guess you guys will just start with the first impression rose, like right off the bat.
Ooh.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Is that how we're going to do this?
You know, I got to go with someone who's kind of a mama's boy. I feel like that's a good, trait to have for your character, right? I think if you have that kind of a bond with your mom, you're probably a really sweet guy. So my first impression rose, I think I'm going to give to Seth Jones.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
And Rae, you're?
I'm going to give my first impression rose to the funniest guy who did the funniest welcome and has a commercial on television, David Pastrnak from the Boston Bruins. He's just so funny, and he's got a funny smile. He's got a crooked smile, and he made a really good impression.
Okay, so Pastrnak and Jones survive what is the first group date here coming out. Breezy has picked Seth Jones with the first impression rose, and Rae has picked David Pastrnak with the first impression rose, so they are safe. They will now each go on a group date with 5 of their guys, and 2 will get sent home.
Where are my 5 guys and I going? And then I'll pick the 5.
Okay, you and the guys are going to Florida, and I guess I got to think about the whole day. You guys are going to Florida. You guys are, I guess, a day on the beach where I guess you guys will play beach volleyball because you guys can play 3-on-3, and it ends. Oh no, I'm picking the guys, not you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the five guys are going to be Smith, Craig Smith,
Ooh.
Luke Glendening, Tom Wilson, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Reeves.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So you have the beach volleyball going on at night. You guys all go. The Raptors are playing in Florida this year, so you go to the Raptors game, and then that's the night. How about that?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's a perfect.
Wait, can
date
we
for me.
like be each other's like emotional support? Like, can we like, you know how like the
Yeah, the
main people can go to
girlfriends.
like producer, like yeah, so we can like so what do we think about this person?
Allowed.
Well, I have to
Allowed.
Okay.
say that the
So,
beach volleyball game was
Yes.
pretty intense because Tom Wilson and
It-
Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, it got heated.
it got heated.
I
It got
almost had to
heated.
send one of them home,
Oh
but I didn't. They're both still good.
no. Okay, good.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they
But
had
how
a
was yours?
talking to about
Yes.
their shit talking
Yeah.
to each
Yeah.
other.
But the tension should go later into the show.
Yeah, but you
Ooh.
know who really impressed me in the beach volleyball though
Yeah.
was Leon Draisaitl because
100-point player, of course.
yeah, he's so talented. And then he split up Reeves and Wilson's fighting, and that just really impressed me. But
Okay.
when we
Ooh.
got to the Raptors game, I got to sit next to Craig Smith, and we really bonded over our Midwestern roots.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because he's from Wisconsin and I'm from Chicago. So we really connected over our Midwest values.
But then did you guys find out that you're a Bears fan and he's a Packers fan?
We did. And that was definitely, that's something that's going to be challenging moving forward.
Okay. Breezy,
Uh-huh.
you are going to go on your group date with Kachuk, Jornkern, Oleksiak, Shifley, and Martin. You guys are going to go to Seattle
Okay.
to hang out
Seattle.
in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
And you guys will go to like the Pacific Market, which is awesome.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact name off the top of my head. I probably should. The
Okay.
Pacific Market where they throw the fish. You always see that.
Right,
And
right.
then-
Okay.
You guys will actually there was some tension between the players here because you guys actually went for a tour of the new Seattle arena, and
Ooh.
someone might decide to go play for Seattle after this. You guys don't know.
Oh.
Just yeah, and then
How did you
and
handle
then-
that, Breezy?
I had to imagine living in Seattle if this was a potential suitor for myself.
It's a
And
great town.
Yeah. Great
And-
town.
And then, just for the sake of easiness and fairness, you guys all went to the Seahawks game.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
but Matt Martin said he wasn't wearing a mask.
Uh-oh.
Matt Martin wasn't wearing a mask. Well, I think that Kachuk might get a little upset because they're both high-strung kind of guys.
How did you
This is
feel
tough.
about Martin not wearing a mask?
Well, I think that, he should be not invited to the date anymore. He can sit back at the hotel and think about what he's done because he's now putting everybody at risk.
Okay.
And does he really care about other people or does he only care about himself?
That's for you to find out. That's not for me.
Right. So I'm not too happy with Matty Martin right now. I think
Okay.
I think he should potentially think about packing his bags. Okay, so who's on my date again? I have Kachuk, I have Shifley,
Shifley.
I have Jamie Olesiak, and Matt Martin. And who was
and
the
Jornkern.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to say Matty Martin's gonna go. I think that
Okay.
he was throwing a fit over something so stupid and childish. And he was, he was only caring about himself, and we all wanted to take part and go into this. And, he just really put a damper on the mood by being a butthole. I think Jamie Olesiak, he just couldn't handle, he just was too in his bubble. He was maybe too shy and didn't really try to engage in enough conversation. So I'm going to say he has to go as well.
Ooh.
Okay, so see you later. The Caps waiting for them, just like what happened with the Panthers coach a few years ago. They
Yep.
just left to the curb.
Yes.
Ray Ray, who are you
Yes.
eliminating?
Okay, remind me again. I have Draisaitl, Glendening, Reeves, Smith, and Wilson.
Yes.
Well,
And there was a fight.
there was a fight.
Yes.
I think I am going to eliminate Ryan Reeves because he instigated the fight with Tom Wilson, and Tom had nothing to do with it.
That's a bit hard to believe.
That was my
I wasn't there, though.
interpretation of what
I wasn't there.
happened.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. And so Reeves is going to have to go. And I just, while I really appreciated Leon Draisaitl stepping in and separating the two, I just really didn't have a chance to get to talk to him or get to know him because he was so worried about calming down Reeves and Wilson that I just think he has to go because I would really like to get to know Luke Glendening a little bit more and Craig Smith. I really like them.
Okay, so Reeves and Draisaitl gone for Ray Ray. So now down to 8 each as we continue the House of Hockey Bachelorette Season 1, Episode 41 of the House of Hockey. Both Ray Ray and Breezy only have 8 guys left. Now we're at the part where each one of them gets to choose a guy to go on a one-on-one date with.
I'm so excited.
So who do each of you choose?
I think Brady Shea deserves to go on a one-on-one date.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to pick Brady.
Minnesota guy, just started his career in Carolina. Now, what dying question would you ask that person during the date?
Ooh, I would ask him if he had the choice, because we know he's a professional athlete. If he had the choice to play anywhere he wanted to, where would he want to end up?
It's a good
And
question.
And how did his answer affect you?
Well, I feel like I, again, would need to imagine myself living in all these different spots because he could be traded. And although we need to look at that as an uplifting thing for new opportunities, I feel like if he's going to pick places that I may probably not want to move to.
For example, you're in LA.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's sunny and 75 all the time.
Right.
What if he wants to go play for his hometown Minnesota Wild? Where
I would be okay with that. I would be 100% okay with that.
Even with the weather?
Even with the weather. I
Okay.
love cold weather. I'm down for that. I don't know if I would be down for like Ottawa or like a hustle and bustle like maybe New York. I don't know if I would want to do, the New York
He's out
living.
of there. He's in Carolina.
He's in Carolina now, so it doesn't really matter. Carolina be good though. I'm down for Carolina.
Okay. So, did he make it?
He made it. I gave him the rose on the
Okay.
group date, so he's safe. Or on my one-on-one, he's safe.
Okay. Ray Ray,
Okay, my turn.
who did you pick?
I really wanted to go on a one-on-one date with Ryan O'Reilly, the St.
Okay.
Louis Blues.
And what dying question did you ask him?
If he could win a Stanley Cup for any other team, who would it be?
Ooh.
And he didn't say Chicago, did he?
He did not say Chicago. So that really left a bad taste because he said Buffalo.
Oh,
Because
of
that's
course, though. That makes sense.
where he used to play. And
Yeah.
he's just a really loyal Canadian guy that I respect that.
Did he make it?
Yeah.
You're making it harder on yourselves. That's all I'll say.
Jordan, yes, he made it because his loyalty to his previous franchise that he played for. I really found that quality very endearing.
So you both still have 8 guys. No one got eliminated in the first round of one-on-one dates.
Uh-huh.
Now you have to go on a group date to a remote location where again 2 guys get eliminated. And yes, I made the mask reference earlier, but we are still traveling
Mhm.
here. Just get used to it, fans. It's all good.
No longer
So
in the Bachelor Mansion. We're
yes, so
traveling.
you and the 8 guys will go to. I guess it's got to be like fancy. So you will go to just Bora Bora, let's say.
I've always wanted to go there.
Okay. And
Wow.
let's
Who are you
see.
most excited to take to Bora Bora with your men that you have
Oh,
left?
I'm really excited to take Adam Boquist there because he's from Sweden and he's young. And I really want to see, what his personality is. If he's really, that 20-year-old boy, or if he's, also got some manly qualities and can,
I
treat
thought
me
you were gonna say
right.
you want to see what his abs look like.
Oh,
Well,
but
I want to see what
but
all of their abs look like, of
but
course.
but Craig Smith told me he saw Luke Glendenning find another girl at the hotel.
No, I
Oh
haven't even gotten a
no.
chance to talk to Luke, and he's already written me off. That is, he's off. Send him home. I don't want him
And
on Bora Bora with me. Send
he's
Luke Glendenning home.
he's gone.
He's
Ooh,
gone.
out of
He's
here.
gone.
How dare you? I
We,
take
we
you to
even we
Bora
even get to watch
Bora.
we even get to watch the elimination live.
Oh,
Delete.
There it is.
Delete.
That was funny.
he gone.
Send
Yeah.
him home on a commercial airline flight with 3 layovers for doing that.
Sounds good.
Oh.
So, how did the rest of the time go?
The rest of the time went really well. Adam was not as young as I thought he was. And somebody else who really surprised me was Alexander Kerfoot. He and I really bonded over our time snorkeling, and he was really fun and really playful. And I like that in a guy. He wasn't just,
Okay.
trying to check me out in my bikini. He was having fun, and we were playing, and he was really excited to see the fish.
Okay, but now you're at the end, but
Yeah.
before you come home, Glendenning was an automatic elimination for what he did. So you still have to eliminate 2 who didn't make it. Who's going home?
Ooh.
Oh no. I am going to eliminate David Pasternak because he was just having too much fun with all the other guys and wasn't really focused on me.
Ooh.
That's fair.
So
That's
he's
fair.
got to go. But he was very sweet. And I think I'm going to have to eliminate Adam Boquist, even though he proved that he wasn't just a young man. I just didn't feel a strong connection with him.
Breezy gets to go on her remote location.
Do you like
Okay.
my
Remote
tan, by the
destination.
way? Can you tell how tan I am? I got a
No.
nice tan,
Absolutely.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of you will go to Russia
Oh, Russia. Okay.
Ooh.
for it's a little cold, but enjoy the vodka there. But then, even though it's already his hometown, Ovechkin comes into the mix.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Ovi
Wild
comes
card.
in. Oh no, to Mr. Chris Harrison, aka
Yeah.
Jordy.
Yeah.
I need to come to you because I have a confession that Ovi and I had been talking prior to the show.
Oh no.
And him and I were supposed to hang out, but then he ditched me to go swim in a fountain
No.
Okay. With the Stanley Cup.
with the Stanley Cup.
So you didn't even get to see the Stanley Cup.
I didn't even get to see the Stanley Cup, and I was really upset about that.
So what did you do? Did you
I
send him home?
I told him, you know what, you had your chance.
Well,
And now
hey,
you're coming back.
tried.
You're coming back without the cup. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Not trying to be
Yeah.
shallow, but
Wow.
And
we'll
now
be just as shallow as that fountain you swam in.
And now, now I'm sure the rest of the time still went great, but you still have to eliminate two guys from Russia.
Kevin Hayes, he was being a little bit of a party boy in Russia. I feel like he was. I heard somebody in the house tell me that he decided to leave the hotel and go hang out with a bunch of Russian girls at a club.
Okay, so he's gone.
So, unfortunately, Mr. Hayes, you did not behave yourself, and
delete him.
You're not there for the right reasons. You're there to party. Sorry, buddy, you're gone.
And who else?
Ooh. And Jacob joined him. He egged him on. He joined him, and the party boys.
Wait, Jacob joined him.
Like joined him.
Is that what I heard?
Yeah. Joined him.
Joined him.
Joined Kevin at the club.
Joined Kevin at the club, and all the other guys seem like they genuinely want to be there. And these two guys decided to go to a club. And if you go to a club, you don't come to the next destination. Sorry, bud.
Okay. Breezy is down to 7 guys, and Ray is down to 5, I think.
Yeah, 5.
Actually, on the way home, bad boy Brady Kachuk misses his flight, so he doesn't come back either.
Oh, Brady!
No,
Brady, bad boy, what are you doing?
Jordy, do you know, Breezy, are you okay? I know how much we talked about your admiration and crush on him and his blue eyes. Are you okay with this?
Those blue eyes just pierced my soul.
Are you going to be okay? I know how much you were crushing on him.
I was crushing on it, and he's such like a little bad boy that I really felt like he had a sweet, sensitive side to him, and I feel like he played me.
No. Are you heartbroken? Do you need a shoulder to cry on?
I am very heartbroken. I think I might need some time by myself to overthink of what's happening and really see if any of the guys are going to be there for me, knowing that I'm going through a hard time.
Jordy, who came to Breezy to check on her?
Well, hey, that's my question. Who do you want for your next one-on-one date then?
Mark Scheifele needs to come into the mix.
Okay. And then Ray Ray, who is your next one-on-one date?
I really want a one-on-one date with Taylor Lear because I haven't gotten to spend any time with him. Now, is he really worthy of my one-on-one time? I don't know. We'll see.
That's for you to figure out. Mm-hmm. Now, I was going to say the same thing about Scheifele. He's been pretty quiet the whole time as well. So, Breezy, how'd it go?
Scheifele was very nice. We had great conversations. I think that he may not be quite ready to settle down. He's really focused on his career right now. And he seems a little up in the air. He's a really nice guy, but I just don't know if he's ready to move on to the next step in life.
So he's gone?
So unfortunately I cannot give him a rose.
Okay.
And I need to send him packing.
He's gone.
He gone.
Yeah, he gone. So now Ray Ray is on her one-on-one date with Taylor Lear. Mm-hmm. But then Alex Kerfoot comes and interrupts it.
Oh no.
Your thoughts?
Well, why did he interrupt the date?
Because he thought Lear wasn't deserving of the one-on-one date.
Ooh. I like it. I like it because, Taylor's really nice, but I really felt a strong connection with Kerfoot, and I think he knew it. And I like that he wasn't afraid to really put his heart and feelings on the line and put it out there. Taylor is really interesting. and he's a UFA right now, so I think he's got a lot on his mind of where his future in hockey is going, and I respect that, but I think I really want somebody who's currently in the league because I just love watching hockey and I want to travel. So
that is very fair.
So
Very,
I'm
very fair.
unfortunately,
and you don't want to watch minor league hockey.
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. Minor league hockey is so much fun to watch. And he's in the AHL, which is, a very reputable, league. But
absolutely,
I think he's got some, soul searching to do with his life. And I'm going to have to send Taylor home. And I mean, my heart just grew that much more for Alex. Alexander.
Okay.
We're on an Alex name basis now.
Okay.
Not Alexander anymore. He said I could call him Alex.
And now, Ray, you have 4 contestants left.
I do.
And Breezy, you have 5.
I have 4.
You have 4. Okay, good.
I thought 4.
So now, you get a group date where you have a fun activity, a competitive one.
Putt.
Okay. Sounds good. Breezy, you get to go putt with mini golf with your 5 guys.
Oh, show us your guys again. I want to see who you have left.
4
okay,
guys.
let's
4 guys, 5 guys.
Let's
my
do
bad. 4
my 4 guys.
5 total.
Here we go.
Seth Jones still there after getting the impression.
The first impression rose. Seth is he's just a really solid guy. He's just been consistent. Brady is
who won the mini golf?
Mini golf, I'm going to go with, I'm going to say Nathan McKinnon. He's been a dark horse this entire episode. And, he kind of came out and he really showed his competitiveness, but at the same time, he helped me play well.
And I think, and Jordan Kern was just there for himself, and he got a little heated. He was mad at himself for not playing well.
Yeah, he got a little mad at himself for not playing well, and he really closed off. He just really didn't want to talk to anybody, and he was kind of just sitting there like, And it could be a language barrier. I'll give him that.
True.
He could have a little bit of a language barrier, but he was just very closed off the entire date, and that was very concerning.
But will he go home? We'll let you know right after this.
Hello, bonjour, hello, hi, heya, and privyet, hockey fans. Welcome to the Europuck podcast, the show where 2 Brits talk all things European hockey as part of the Hockey Podcast Network. If you want to keep updated on all of the latest news, scores, or standings from across the European hockey world, you want to get some insight from some very interesting guests discussing their stories with hockey and how the sport grows around in Europe in different interesting places, or if you want to keep updated with all of the leagues across Europe that are either playing, have been suspended, cancelled, delayed indefinitely, then do check out our latest episodes of the Europuck podcast every Friday as part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We have a YouTube channel, the Europuck Podcast, and you can listen to us wherever else you get your podcasts. So check us out every Fridays, and we'll see you there, folks.
that felt so cringy. And we're back on the House of Hockey Bachelorette, episode 41 of the Bachelorette, episode 41 of the House of Hockey. Once again, I am your host / producer, I guess, Jordy Cunningham, host of the King's Den here at the Hockey Podcast Network. We're just at Breezy's group date, down to 4 guys. She was saying that Jornkern, I always pronounce it wrong till the day I die, it didn't do quite well this date, and McKinnon did well. Was there a connection with McKinnon more than the other guys?
Yeah, I felt like we were on a date, like a Happy Gilmore date. He was telling me that it was all in the hips. And, I just really... I thought that was so nice of him.
But then Jornkern took the clown's nose off.
Yeah, he took the clown's nose off, and he said, see you later, clowns, and he left. He left.
Well, hey, is that better than a Bob Barker situation?
Definitely better than a Bob Barker situation.
So your
But
turn leaves.
yeah, he leaves, and as he was out walking out, he did stop and say this whole thing was just all a little too much for him, and
Okay.
he wanted to take some time to himself. So I wished him the best, and I'm down to three. I'm down to three guys.
Huh. Now, Ray Ray, your
Mhm.
competitive group date.
Where did we go?
You and your four guys. You guys went ice skating, and everyone was having a great time.
And
But-
Jordy, I don't know how to ice skate.
Oh yeah, so the guys were help teaching you.
Mm-hmm.
But then Craig Smith slipped and tore his ACL,
Oh no!
Oh no!
and the Preds aren't very or Bruins aren't very happy.
Oh no!
What happened there?
Well, he was getting a little macho with Ryan O'Reilly about his skating ability. And
Really, O'Reilly? I thought it might have been Tom Wilson.
no, Tom was really attentive to me and making sure that I was okay and that I didn't fall down and hurt myself.
Okay.
And unfortunately, because the Bruins called him very disappointed,
Yeah.
even Sidney Crosby called him on the Penguins. That's the wrong team, but they're good friends. I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Who was I thinking of from the Bruins? I don't know. I had a momentary lapse. Patrice Bergeron called him.
Yes.
And
leave that in.
The captain.
That makes the cut.
The captain.
Famous Boston Bruin, Sidney Crosby.
Zdeno Chara, maybe?
No, Patrice.
No, he's a free agent. That doesn't count.
Oh, that's true. Right. That's true.
Patrice called and was really upset with Craig Smith and said that he better do the right thing by the team. Left. And so Craig had to leave, and he felt really bad. And I felt horrible because, I mean, now I'm forever the girl that he was on a date with and tore his ACL and potentially ruined his hockey career.
Yeah.
But Tom Wilson was really, showing me the ropes and holding my hand while I skated. And for such a tough guy, he's got really nice hands.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I would like to comment that all of your guys have really great facial structure. Minus Ryan O'Reilly, because I can't see his facial structure. But
he has really good facial structure.
But I think it went a little differently. You each have three guys left.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which one is saved? Who do you give a rose to right now out of the three?
I know who I'm giving my rose to.
Let's hear it.
Alexander Kerfoot gets my rose.
Ooh.
Alex Kerfoot is safe.
Yeah, Alex. That's right. Alex.
Nate really proved himself to me. Nate's safe.
Okay.
Nate is safe.
So Nate and Kerfoot are safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So now you have to go on a 2-on-1 date with the other two guys.
Oh.
But somehow magically in both situations that they both end up in a fight because the hockey comes out of them. So let's just say in Ray Ray's case, you're on the date with two guys and the anger comes out.
Yeah.
But Tom Wilson is the one that likes to stir it up more.
He does.
And O'Reilly has the championship mentality to him. So what happened? Did someone stay? Did someone go? What happened?
Ryan O'Reilly, because he's such a gentleman, he walked away because he said that he was bigger than fighting for me and that he didn't feel like he had to prove himself with fisticuffs. Okay. So he left.
He left the show.
Oh.
He left the show. He fought Tom and he was not, he did it. And even though O'Reilly won that fight, he said that he couldn't do it. It just wasn't in him.
I really didn't see Tom Wilson get into the final two. I pictured him I pictured him as a Bachelor in Paradise guy.
Well, you don't know my type, Jordy.
True, I'm just a host.
I like
I'm just a host.
I like a little bad guy, and I like Tom when we were skating.
Okay.
He and I really bonded because he's really bad at sayings. Like he says things like, just a rock's throw away kind of stuff. And I mess up stuff like that too. So we really connected over that.
I have 3 left.
Yeah, 3 left.
But
and Nate is safe.
McKinnon's safe. So we have Brady Shea and Seth Jones.
Two defensemen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You guys, you go on a 2-on-1 date.
Yeah.
And Brady Shea had to get sent home because he might have said something inappropriate.
Ooh.
So the show sent him home.
The show sent Brady packing? Wow.
He tried to get the edge and he just couldn't do it. It just went too far.
Wow.
Well, don't let the door hit you on the way out, bud.
And again, this is all completely fake and made up, so that never happened.
Okay, so Brady's gone.
Wow.
But we are just right on to hometowns, meet the families. Mm-hmm. How does it go?
Well, for me, we went first to somewhere in Canada where Tom Wilson is from.
Okay. Love it.
And he really showed me a good time. His mom and I really bonded. She's really amped to get her son married. Like she's ready for that. So she was really like pushing that, but we definitely bonded over, her son, and she really loves him a lot. So it went really well. Okay. And then with Alex, we also went somewhere in Canada. I think Vancouver. He's from Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And, I have never been to Vancouver, and
beautiful city.
Yeah. Is that where you are, Jordy?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we went to the famous something. What's the famous thing in Vancouver?
You came to Vancouver, but part of it was you went up to Whistler as well.
Ooh, we did.
Yes.
And he surprised me with a romantic trip to Whistler. Mm-hmm. And we spent a little time in a hot tub together.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We did. And then
things got a little steamy, huh?
It did. And when we came back to Vancouver, he actually introduced me to his dad and his brothers who also play hockey. And his dad, did you know his dad owns a soccer team? And so that was really impressive. We went to a soccer game, and I mean, he really pulled out all the stops for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but so Tom's more of a family guy, like more of a normal, just like normal family, and nothing too over the top and extravagant. It was really about just spending time together.
Okay. And Breezy, how did yours go?
Mine went really pretty well. I would say, I got to meet Seth's family. I got to meet his mom, who absolutely loves Seth. Biggest supporter. His brother was really fun. And unfortunately, I didn't get to meet his dad. His dad was out of town on business.
Okay. Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, but it happens.
Yes.
But his mom was concerned because she wants Seth to do really well in his life and in his career. So she was a little standoffish because she didn't want anything to come in the way of his career. And Nate his family was great. We, went to Nova Scotia. He was able to, kind of take me around the community and show just how much he does, community work, I would say. Same thing like with what Sid does. And
did he take you through the Tim Hortons drive-through on the Zamboni, like the very cringeworthy commercials up here with him and Crosby doing that?
He did not, and I was actually kind of bummed that he didn't do it. But he did buy me lots of Timmies, and I was really excited about that.
Okay.
And I definitely saw a more sensitive side of Nate.
Okay.
and I really enjoyed my time with him.
The final round, fantasy night, fantasy suites. We don't need to get into detail. Just who, in the end, who is your bachelor? As you guys are the bachelorette, who is your bachelor? Who did you pick when it came down
Final
to the end?
rose.
Yes, the final rose. Dramatic music enters here.
We got to talk about our families, and Seth's mom really concerned me on how uncertain she was, and I didn't know if she wanted Seth to move on to that next stage of his life. He needs to be able to enjoy his career and family life, and maybe move on to a relationship, and that really concerned me. But he reassured me that his mom was just being protective.
Good.
And Nate, everything was smooth sailing. But something about Nate, he's a really messy guy. He left his clothes all over the spot. The bathroom was disgusting.
For just one night.
Just one night, and he had to unpack his entire bag for one night.
Before you pick, let's hear Ray Ray's breakdown.
Alex and I have had a lot of good quality time together, and we've definitely had a connection, but I really needed him to open up to me like emotionally about, where he's at and show his feelings for me. And I really had to push him off of me. He was he's very affectionate. And we finally did get to sit down and really have a heart to heart. And he even shed a tear about this story of growing up with his family dog. And it really just touched my heart because I just got a dog and he knows that. And so he really surprised me. And then Tom, he definitely has a really nice body, and he didn't have a whole lot to say, and I'll just leave it at that.
Whoa.
Okay. So when it comes down to it, we are at the end here. We are at the final rose. Ladies, have your pick.
This was a really hard decision for me. I just want you to know that, Jordy.
Okay.
And,
Take your time.
Tom really is lighthearted, and I know he could protect me, and he has a Stanley Cup, and I love Washington, D.C., and there's so many great things about him, and his mom and I just really connected. And then with Alex, it took a lot to get him to open up to me, but I really connected with his family, and we just sort of had that instant chemistry off the bat. And that's why I had to give Alex my final rose.
Well, congratulations.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you and Alex, not Alexander.
Yeah, I'm
Alex.
sorry, Alexander. But yeah, I
Wow.
love, he lives in such a great city, even though I've never been to Toronto. We're planning a trip to go there.
Well, he plays there, so I'd hope so.
Yeah. And so we're going to, build a life there. And I've heard it's a wonderful big city. And I'm excited for our future together.
Okay, Breezy.
Took some time to myself after these overnight dates and really wanted to make sure I was making the best decision for everybody, because it's not just me in this race, it's both of us. And although I had a great time with both of them, I had to go over and knock on someone's door, and I wanted to save them the embarrassment of leading them on an extra day. So there's only one, and I'll tell you, he was standing there for me. And here we go. You ready to see him?
Yes.
There he
Seth
has
Jones.
it. Seth Jones. He's the one.
Congratulations.
I chose
Congratulations to both of you. What a journey this was. Did you guys have fun throughout the journey?
You know, this journey was life-changing. It was something I'm going to take with me for years and years. Hopefully with Seth.
Yes.
Hopefully with Seth.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so much fun to get to know the guys, and I loved all the trips we went on. Thanks, Jordy, for sending us to some amazing places that I've never been.
Yeah.
Right off the riff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah.
And just to have some Stanley Cup champions vying
sure.
for my love. I
Mhm.
mean, what more could a hockey girl ask for?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you feel like a champion?
Did
Oh,
I?
yeah. Oh, I did.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Alex may never win a Stanley Cup in Toronto. But
Yeah, that's just facts.
yes.
Oh.
But I know that, you know, he's going to be my Stanley Cup champion in my life, you know, from this point forward, wherever his hockey career
Absolutely.
goes.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, congrats to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Couldn't
Thank
have done it without you.
Thank you. Thank you to the fans,
Yes.
first of all, for joining us for season 1 of the House of Hockey Bachelorette, presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Of course, I'm your host, Jordy Cunningham, host of The King's Den, but for this episode, host of House of Hockey, I guess. You can find me at The King's Den THPN on Twitter, or at Cunningham Jordy on Twitter as well. And check us out at The King's Den after you check out this very special Christmas Bachelorette edition of the House of Hockey.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.